Hi there, my name is Val. My pronouns are she, they, and I am the Director of Strategy here at Rooted. And I wanted to take you through a little bit more about our ComNet 2023 poster. Hopefully you got to chat with Marcus in front of the poster, but if you didn't, here's a little more information about Rooted. So who is Rooted? We lead with values. And what are those values? Anti-racism, equitable access to opportunities and resources, partnership through listening and building trust, community-led breakthroughs, fearless curiosity, and health and healing. One of the tools that we use in order to embody our values more effectively are community agreements. It's a really great way to start meetings, to start conversations, in order to create a space of belonging. And if you don't already have community agreements of your own, please feel free to use ours as a starting point. There's also tons of tools online. So here is our Shifting Culture and Strengthening Communication poster. And I'll take you through each of the steps in just a minute, but beginning with myself and how to use liberatory design as a tool to increase your self-awareness, then into your team and how to develop user guides through a practice we call me mapping that help you better understand your team members and how they can work most effectively. And then the last piece here is within your community, building equity-centered structures so that your experiences are more relational and shared leadership and decision-making processes are based in the values that you hold. So first, beginning with myself, because our journeys always start from within ourselves, and an opportunity to notice and reflect. And the tool that we use to help us with this is the liberatory design processes, because design work can be so fraught with power and identity dynamics that it's really important to begin your work with understanding the current state of your system and then spending some time noticing and reflecting how power, identity, and oppression might be present in the work that you're doing. So first, when we're beginning our notice and reflect, we think about who we're designing for, what biases and assumptions we might be bringing, what roles and power relationships there are on our team, and what feelings might be present that we need to be aware of. And then we move into a mindset activity. So what do we really want to set intention around for the project that we're embarking on? The second activity that will guide people through is one called When We Matter. And so this activity is most about self-reflection and how we're working within our teams. So next, into our teams and developing user guides. So the me mapping exercise has a bunch of prompts, as you can see around the circle here, and it's providing a space for individuals within team to build trust and camaraderie and get a shared sense of empathy and vulnerability and humility with your team. And by doing that, you're able to understand each other more deeply and hopefully work as a team more effectively. Here we have a blog post that you can link to read more deeply about this process and how to develop it from beginning to end for yourself, as well as be able to make a copy of our user guide templates so that you can create them with your team. Next, let's talk a little bit about community and how you build equity-centered structures within your team or within your organization. And we'll do that by showing you what Rooted has done for ourselves. So here's an example of a horizontal structure prototype. At Rooted, we have 4 circles and each of them have equal power. And all hands sort of holds the most power there at the center because that's our entire team and when we come together to make decisions that affect us as a full group. Otherwise, each of the circles have kind of autonomy unto themselves. So our client services circle, the other tool that we use for more horizontal decision making is providing surveys on a pretty regular basis, whether it's internal after a meeting that was particularly deep or annual surveys, wellness surveys. We really, as a group, have adopted this as a tool we use on an ongoing basis to help us understand ourselves and each other that much better and be able to always be iterating on how we're working together and get towards the most successful outcomes. So if you'd like to connect with us, we'd love to hear from you. Please email Marcus@rooted.com.